Greetings, mortals, and welcome back to Might and Magic VI, the Mandate of Heaven. So, when last we left off, we had finished dealing with the Temple of Ba. We had not killed everybody inside yet, unfortunately, but we will get to that eventually. We have the chime, which plays music. And let's see. We now need to head into one of the other two dungeons. Now, unfortunately, the other two dungeons are both very difficult to deal with at this point with characters that are this weak. Now, one thing that I did notice, actually, is that my characters are weaker right now than they were at level 1, due to the absolutely crippling poison and disease stat drops that they've got. So, I was watching the level 1 video that I started with. So if you're going to do a run like this, it is critically important to not get yourself poisoned early on in the game. It's the 3 might is really painful. So is it accuracy? His accuracy is 15 out of 21. And that's with plus 10 from the fountain up here. So at any rate, we are going to head back here.
Closed.
I wanted to do. I don't actually remember where I was going.
Looking for a weapon?
We can go ahead and sell some crap. And that's exciting.
Come again.
And now we can move on. I'm thinking that I want to go after the rogue area. It seems like it might be a good choice. The other alternative is I could go after the dwarf mine. The dwarf mine has an easy way to sort of get the enemies funneled, which is nice. The one big issue is that I only have the potential to have spell points on my healer or on my heroism caster. I can't put it on both. And that is a serious issue. Once we fix that particular problem, the game will become a lot easier. And oops, once we get access to Divine Intervention so we can finally cure these status effects, that'll be a big deal. But by the time we get access to Divine Intervention, these status effects might not even be that relevant, to be perfectly honest. Because we'll have access to better buffs. We'll see. If I decide to, I might use Divine Intervention to clear that stuff. I might not decide that it's necessary. So we've got all these guys. Let's see if we can accumulate some out here. Oh right, I didn't actually. I don't have heroism up yet, so took a lot more damage than I needed to. I don't have bless either. Cast bless first. Save the game. Killed one of them. Not sure. I don't think we can do this. So we're gonna need to have full mana on her so that we can get heroism off before we can kill that rogue. Once we kill the rogue, though, I think that life will become a lot easier for us. The highest level enemies are the highest level enemies. So we get this
good as new.
Repair item specialist. Okay. Come on, heroism. That's not good. Yeah, with two of them here, that's too much.
Someone heal me!
There we go. That guy appears to be running? No. Okay. So let's save the game. We just killed 3 of them. We just got a cloak.
I don't know.
Aha!
And she actually doesn't have a cloak on, so let's give it to her. Save the game. Pop the hat on the right person. Okay, so that's one that's running away. Let's save the game. Okay, save it up. We are set. So this first room is clear. This first room is probably going to be one of the harder rooms in the entire area. Ouch. Okay, so that door is locked and it has a trap. Okay. So there are a bunch of soldiers over here. Let's charge toward them so that we can have a longer pathway to deal damage to them. Crap this. There we go, Ruffian's dead. There we go. Save the game. Alright, so phase 1 complete. We've cleared out a long hallway, which is nice. And we can try release. I shouldn't have been standing there. Okay, so let's actually go for a different room first. I like this room because it's the furthest along the path. Which means that we have the furthest to go before we switch my character. I have to turn around. So we cleared out half this room. There we go. And this is going pretty smoothly now. But we just lost heroism, so that smoothness is about to disappear. Now let's first of all cast a heal on her, and we are going to get the hat back over to the heroism caster. Now we have a big box here. Let's see if we can open it up.
I don't know.
Fortunately, it's a bunch of
Aha!
daggers that we don't care about. They're not even worth much, but we might as well take them just for the little bit of extra money that they do give us. Anything else in this room? Doesn't look like it. Checking for secret doors. Don't see any. Okay, so we're gonna check this room here now. There's one dude, but it's a very powerful dude, so we don't want... Oh, crap. That's bad. That's very bad. Okay, he's dead. Okay, so that room we should be able to deal with. Unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with it with heroism, I think. it's going to be very difficult to deal with without heroism. This room down here is going to be more difficult. Let's make sure that there aren't any secret passages here. It looks like this is a one-way door, probably. As in you have to come from the other direction in order to get through it. Let's see, I think I'm going to go out this way first. And we'll see how things go. There should be some dudes in this corner, probably. Yes. Is that a switch? Oh, there's a switch here. Okay, so it's just this one guy. He's running away. Keeping Bless active is really, really important. Looks like that guy's running away now. So we've got all these guys running away, which means we're in good shape. We've got 10 spell points, we can cast Heroism, which means that we can kill these guys pretty easily. Oh, okay. There we go. So this thief is toast. I think that's all of them. Yes, that's this area cleared. Interesting. This looks like it's already been pressed. I'm going to save the game. Hold on, long bless. 5 minutes on bless when it's recast. So I'm going to save the game. I'm going to open this up. I think there was only the one guy in here. So our goal is to not let him attack us at all. We failed at that. But there we go. He's toast. We've cleared out another area. And we can put the hat back on this area. Save it up. Pop in here. There's another chest in here. Always good. Staff. Empty bucket. Very exciting. Take this chest. Ooh, we get a spell scroll. Continue your work with Castle Ironfist and New Sorpigal. The buffoons in the south are unprepared for us, so you should be able to reap a wonderful harvest from them. Remember to make your examples sharp and clear, and the sheep will follow you anywhere. Letter from the Prince of Thieves. So let's keep an eye out here. That I need to concern myself. It doesn't look like there's anything here that's going to do anything for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to identify this crap that we just picked up.
I don't know.
Cold resistance +5. She can equip that herself.
I don't know.
Anything else that I picked up?
I don't know.
Just enough. Okay, so we don't have any new gear. Certainly no axes, unfortunately. Let's take the hat back. It's going to be critically important, I think, to just always have haste or have blessed and heroism up. So I'm going to try to just not take any damage at all. And then I walk myself into a wall, which is a great way to take damage. Exact opposite of my desired result. On the plus side, nobody got knocked unconscious, so I don't need to worry about that damage quite yet. So we have an empty barrel here. We have a barrel of yellow liquid. Yellow is accuracy. Everybody has the same accuracy. I'm going to give it to Ashcore because I'm going to be prioritizing him on getting a new weapon.
Aha!
We have a witch's ring. That's the first tier of ring that you can actually enchant, I believe. So that's good. Okay. That's unfortunate, but well. So we've cleared out another room. We might actually be able to clear this whole place out pretty quickly. It just kind of depends on Oh, nice. This is a room that doesn't have any bad guys in it. Ooh, is that a trident? Nice. Tridents do a little bit more damage than spears, I think.
Ah.
2 dice 6. So this is, we'll do 3 dice 6. So 3 to 18 versus 2 to 18. So yes, a trident will do a little bit more damage than a normal spear, but nobody's using a spear right now, so I think 4 die 5 is way better, especially with the added multiplier. So purple liquid, blue liquid. We're gonna give the blue liquid to her. We give the purple liquid. Who has the speed that can actually get a bonus here? Let's see if leaders. His speed is of a proper multiple. I'm gonna give it to him. It's not a huge difference. Increasing speed doesn't help that much, but blue liquid. They're all purple liquid. So we have multiple people that can benefit from personality, but she gets much more benefit out of personality because her spell point multiplier is higher. And speed. Her speed is not odd, so it's going to be her. And that's a wrap for this room, it looks like. So I presume that we need to save the game and then press the switch over here. Oh shit. It's a recast. And that is not the case. That did not open this. So, we need to find a switch over in one of these rooms, it looks like. There it is. Okay, so we've got dudes here. Let's cast blood. Okay, this should be a relatively straightforward fighting operation. The reason that you want to approach them whenever possible is because it gives you more room to kite with when you take a few steps forward. You can make sure that all these rooms have doors. There we go, this is open. Perfect. So we've now made it back to the entrance. We can save the game. And open this door. Let's see what's in here. Okay, so we've got some thieves in there. That's not good, that's very bad. Okay, so I'm going to need to be way more careful with how I grab these guys.
That was too easy.
So there's one thief down. There are a lot of rogues in here. Whoa. Okay, so the rogues are also faster than the ruffian dudes. The ruffians move very slowly. I'm going to check something quick. We need to see... Yeah, I closed this over here. I need to open this back up. Okay, so I'm going to try to pull these guys out of this room in a productive manner. Unfortunately, crap, I got the hit off. Let's load it up. And I'm actually going to give this hat to her, because one of the keys is that everybody is in one-shot range of his attacks right now. And that's obviously problematic. So, let's get this thief toast. And the other thing that I need is I need Wizard Eye. Looks like he's the only one who left the room, so we can save the game. We're safe for now. Looks like these guys might be stuck behind something. It looks like we didn't get that many in the first place. So that thief is now running away, which is good. And we can save the game. People are less likely to get killed in one hit. I don't care if they get knocked unconscious in one hit. All I care about is whether they're actually dead. Okay, so we have one to deal with it first, presumably, unless he doesn't show up. In which case, we might have to deal with both simultaneously. I'm going to save this because they're not actually very close yet. Let's pop here. What are you doing, dude? Apparently he was luring me in, and he did a very good job of it. There we go. So, another one dead. Unfortunately, we did just pull more out of this room, but that's okay. They seem to be behaving in weird ways. We kind of put them out too. So we've got 3 out. This guy is coming my way. He's dead.
Help!
Okay. So got another burglar dead. Oops. Needs to cast heroism again. Toasted. So, one more rogue dead, and we can move in. So, we should be reasonably decent shape here. So there's the one brigand, which we can't just stand next to like moves. There are 2 brigands, that's bad. Okay, one's toast. We do not have Wizard Eye anymore. So I don't know where the other one is, but I presume that it's right here. Yep. That's it. There we go. Brigand is down. And I love this room. This dungeon is perfect for kiting. So you can pretty much just infinitely kite the enemies around and not take damage from them.
I don't know.
So this is just a normal cloth hat. And this is a chest that needs to be opened by Ashcore.
Got it.
Gotcha. And it has a key in it.
Aha!
Longsword, blood dagger.
Aha! Mmm. Aha! Ah! Aha!
Alright. Save the game. I keep picking up all these reagents without really having any reason to. But, oh well. Now, we have one more room left, which is pretty shocking, actually, how quickly we cleared this area. I was thinking that this area was going to be substantially harder, but it turns out it's not that bad as long as you have the space to move around in. So we do have this room, which is going to be a tough one. And then we completely botch this, get ourselves horribly killed. Because of course we do. Why would we not get ourselves horribly killed? Gonna give this hat over to Silria. How long do we have on heroism? We still have 30 minutes on heroism. Save the game. Whoa, okay, that's bad. This is a tough room. Especially without Wizard Eye, because without Wizard Eye I can't see when I activate the enemies. I'm pretty sure I activated them. I could just go like this. See if any follow. Okay, so we know we activated at least some. Just pull down here. We've got quite a few here. 2 of them are the scary ones. And we really want to separate them away from each other. It's our primary goal here. So we've gotten 2 of them segmented into that room. We can't follow that guy, but we don't need to. He's running away from us. At least I think he is. Yeah, he's running. So we need to basically get these guys to come out of this room. I don't know why he did that. Unfortunately, I need to put this hat back on because it's already been 30 minutes. Recast Heroism, we're going to need to recast Bless in just a second. That was actually really close, he almost hit us there. There we go. Save the game. We got one of the big ones dealt with. We can't go in quite yet, we need to have one more mana. Oh, he's actually all the way back there. So let's save this. It's so hard. Oh wow, there's more than... Apparently, there were... Wow, that's bad. Okay, so that guy's toast. And we need to give the hat over to the healer. Give her the fancy hat for a while. One second while I turn on the air conditioning. It is just too warm in here. Oops. Okay, so we have one more of the rogue dudes in there. That we just exited. Whoops, this is wrong door. That's bad. Whoa, hello, he's out here now. That's interesting. Okay, so we need to... and... Basically, I need to get a hit stun off on these guys in order to have a prayer. Where is he? Oh, there he is. There we go. So, one more down, save the game. Get her up. Let's take a look at these quotes.
I don't know.
Aha! Mmm.
Need one? Yes, she needs one. Save the game, and now we have dealt with all of the really scary ones in that room, I believe. So it should be relatively simple to pop in there and deal with the remainder. Unless it isn't, because there's actually 2 separate packs, and we just dealt with the first pack. On the plus side, these are weaker ones. Oops. I turned myself a little bit too far to the left, and I started running into the wall, which slowed me down and made it so that they all caught up with me at once, which is always a bad thing. That was a really sloppy attempt, though, so it's kind of to be expected. So. Toast. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. We've dealt with, what is it? 3 of the enemies in that pack? We have dealt with every enemy in that pack. Whoa, Jesus! I don't know how he got behind me. Well played, sir. Guess he is a rogue after all. So we've got another pair of rogues over here. They're only thieves, not rogues. And we are in the green. We have killed every single enemy in this area. This area turns out is probably easier overall. Thank God. We got plate armor. This plate armor is going to make a huge difference in our lives because it means that Nisali is now going to be substantially harder to hit. I say substantially.
I don't know.
It's
Yes.
not that huge difference. So, Nisali now has plus 20 armor. So for any enemies that are level 10, that's going to have their chance to hit right there. So, we've completed this entire area. We have some money to pick up off the ground here. And that room was definitely well worth it. I'm glad that I went in there, even though there aren't any chests. Now, we need to somehow figure out how we're going to get into this room without killing ourselves. Who has the... There we go. I'm going to... I know that there's a trap there. I already set it off, so I'm going to try.
Hey, you over
There we
there.
go. Thank you for rescuing me from these horrible ruffians. I'd like to go back home to New Sorpigal now. Okay, so we found Sherry. She wants to go back to New Sorpigal. We ain't going back there anytime soon, though, so she's going to be with us for a while. Excuse me. Just going to jump across here. And now we have dealt with one of the dungeons completely. We have one dungeon that we've taken the stuff out of that we need, but haven't cleared out all the enemies. And we have one that we just have completely finished, which is nice. So, let's see here. I think I'm just gonna follow the coast. I looked at this. Still February. Save the game. And I'm thinking I'm going to go into the Snurgle's mine again, actually. It seems like the most sensible place to go. There's enemies that I can actually kite around, very similar to how I did that dungeon I was just in. Looks like we're actually really close to being able to level up, which is nice. The other advantage of going into Snurgle's mine is that I'm much more likely to find axes in there, which I sort of desperately need. I need to get some axe business dealt with. Now, the other thing that I need to do is, now that I've got all these people healthy, I need to get them some proper hats. Okay, so we have a bless that needs to go out, and I'm gonna try to pull just a few. Oh, whoops, I have auto run, I forgot. There we go. So here's another bat. There's a dwarf. We need to get out of here. We've got too many. Okay, so I'm going to pull back here. Unfortunately, I do not have Wizard Eye on. Wizard Eye would be really helpful here. I'm going to save the game because I don't think there's anyone going to come around this corner. And we have one dwarf here to deal with, but it's a low-level dwarf, it's not a dwarf lord. So we have a good chance of being able to deal with it, even without heroism. They move really slow, so you can kite them quite easily. Oh, hello. Oh, Jesus. They are really making their way through here. Okay, so we've got another dwarf. Okay, so this one's running away as well. Toasted that one. Saved the game. A lot of bats.
Someone heal me!
I can't believe I just did 12 damage there. Cast a healing touch. I don't want to waste heroism when I have unconscious party members. So let's save this. Wow, she's sitting at full hit points. She's just not getting hit.
Help!
There we go. Finally decided to attack her. She now has 10 spell points. I'm going to give her Hat away. There we go. We can save the game, and now we can cast Heroism without worrying about it as much. Oh god. We're going to need it, because we got a Dwarf Lord here. So let's cast Heroism. Now the goal here is to come forward, get the Dwarf Lord to pull. Oh god. Bless wore out. That's bad. I didn't notice the Bless wore off. Okay, so it's like it wore off right as I was casting Heroism. These Dwarf Lords have a lot of hit points. I think what I'm going to do is actually pull out of here entirely and re-enter. Because that Dwarf Lord, I don't really have a lot of room to kite him toward the entrance. So let's try and see how much we've got in here. This also gives me a chance to cast Bless before we have to deal with anybody at all. Is that a Dwarf Lord? That's a Dwarf Lord. And he's running away, so we actually got him really close to dead. Oh, whoops. I'm dumb. That's bad. There he goes. He's caught trapped in the corner. So, how are we going to deal with this particular... Okay. What's up, buddy? So while he's staggered, we moved this one. Same distance here. We have a longer way to run here, but I think that he's running away now. I think that he dealt enough damage to scare him off. Okay, so that's one dealt with. It's one of the stronger ones, but not the strongest one. Dwarven Ambush. Thing. There we go. That's bad. Crap. Okay, this guy is gonna be tough nut to crack. He's a dwarf after all. Here. Pop up here. We don't have much room to run anymore. Whew, that was close. And we just missed. If we had hit him with any of those attacks, that would have ended it right there. He would have been dead. And instead, he gets off the ground. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Not paying enough attention. I had forgotten how this one goes. So you need to come to me. Come on, baby. It's close. Oh shit, he was way closer to me than I thought. There we go. Dwarf Lord dead, and we get an axe.
I don't know.
This is a Dwarven axe.
Aha!
Oh, it's a war axe. 4×2 plus 5. So, in addition to the plus 5 damage, it also gives me plus 5 to my hit, which means that she's going to start dealing way more damage than she does now. That is close, but not quite equivalent to always having. Well, okay, not even close, but it's like half a heroism and half a bless all the time. It's pretty damn important. Oh, crap. This guy is going down a lot faster than the last one did, which is good. So. On the plus side, he did knock out the first person, but then I was continued to be sloppy. Playing really sloppy right now. I need to be able to kite this guy properly, and I'm just not doing a good job of it. The timing is incredibly important because if you mistime your attacks, then you'll end up attacking air before he gets into your melee range, and if you attack too late, he will start his attack animation and there's nothing you can do to stop it. So you need to have perfect timing when you're trying to kite these guys. And I didn't completely dodge that. Wow, you're missing crazy now. We have 10 more minutes on heroes, and I'm just going to recast it. There we go. Save the game, Arkmode, and continue on. Oh, okay, so there's more than one there. I thought it was just the one. I'm just going to load. They aren't dead, but it's going to take a lot of time for them to recover from that. I thought that was just one vampire bat, but it was actually like a trio of them or 4 of them, something crazy like that. Just too many of them to deal with it. Being the way that I was handling them, I needed to spread them out, and I didn't. Okay, so there we go. Having dealt with this many of them, it's fine to get to the casting here, So if we can clear out this dungeon, we can feel pretty good
I don't know.
about
Aha!
training. We'll have cleared out 2 dungeons, which is pretty good. Who am I in melee with? I suspect that there are dwarves down here. Yep. So I'm gonna just fight these guys from here, if I can. Yeah, I should be able to fight these guys from here. Gotta clear the area out. I'm not gonna recast any buffs right now because I'm not in a dangerous position. It's too bad none of those dwarf lords were down there instead of all of them being on the ramp where they could actually attack me. So I've still got enemies in melee range, but I can't see them. No, I can't.
No problem.
Good thing the enemies are really stupid. Okay, so we can save this. We've cleared out this room. We have a mushroom here. A bat. And a swarm of corpses. None of them dropped an axe, unfortunately. We need to be careful because we don't know. So we've got bones. I'm gonna save this because I'm kind of curious. Ooh, +5 permanent magic resistance. Interesting. So I just gave her some magic resistance. Always good to have on your healer. Poison resistance permanent on him. Holy crap. That was really dumb of me. Since it is my healer that's up and she does have mana. Okay, so I'm actually going to give this poison resistance to her. I should have saved after doing that, but since I didn't, I'm going to take advantage. And just give people some health. Oh, hello. So we're going to give this hat back to her. We will need heroism up soon. Kind of curious. Her damage is now 6 to 10. Because she's doing pretty good. I'm not sure why she's got 6 to 10. Actually, that's much better than I would have anticipated. And we need to split these guys into packs. So let's pop in here. We got some of them split apart. Scary. Yeah, we've got a lot of bats here. Oh, that's bad. I can't actually meaningfully split these guys just because they all move just as quickly as I do. So we've got 3 of them dead. There was actually a lot more of them, so I guess I was splitting them. It's just those 3 were very resistant to splitting. Save the game.
No wait.
Whoops. Okay, so we should not have tried to steal that. There are occasionally cave-ins when you try to when you try to loot the gold veins, and the cave-ins will deal a bunch of damage to you. So I just activated a trap and killed myself, as I am wont to do. Okay, we've cleared out a decent portion of these guys. I suspect that we've got more in here. Whoa, Jesus, there's one in that cave. So we've now got heroism. Just hitting anybody, but that's okay. And we've now got this guy all by his lonesome. And we've cleared out this little area. So we have mites here. Who should we give it to? Oh, she has 18 base might. Oh, right, she has +5 might from this. Gotcha. So that's why her might isn't 3. So I think that if I take this, it's not going to actually change anything. That's like it did, though. So we're fine. We can increase his might by a little bit. I don't think it makes a difference, but at least we are in good shape. Let's save the game. I did already click on this, right? Yeah. So now, is that all that's there? Can I see a passage or something? secret passage there. I think that we are close to done here. This looks like it might be a secret passage, actually. It's not a secret passage, but that's a
Yes.
jeweled dagger of ice. Wow. Unfortunately, nobody has the dagger skill. That's a really, really important weapon. And the reason that I say important as opposed to good is that weapon would allow me to actually fight oozes, which at the moment I do not have the ability to do. So I might pick up the dagger skill on somebody. Let's see if they fall down if they... So they might fall down when I hit them, and yes they do. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to chill up here. Touch on her. Let's start getting stuff. Start clearing out these dwarves. Now that we have this place to fight them from, we can pretty much safely fight any of the dwarves, including the dwarf lords. Just because they won't be able to fight back.
Got another one.
Okay. That guy's running away. This guy is approaching, so we'll wait for him to arrive, and then we'll beat the crap out of him. It's so good that dwarves aren't smart enough to handle ramp technology. The game is balanced around these kinds of AI shenanigans, by the way. The AI is incredibly dumb, and makes up for it by having just swarms. And... so we need to take advantage of that whenever possible. On the plus side, all these swarms more EXP and more chances to pick up those axes. Unfortunately, I don't think that we're going to find any good axes, like the one that we found off of that one dwarf lord, on the dwarf warriors or anything. So we have an orange and green. The orange liquid has to go to her. She's the only one who actually benefits from it. Girl, green liquid.
Fixed.
Endurance. Anyone would benefit from this. I think that... So he has 3 endurance now instead of 2.
No way to.
Okay then. Okay, so we're not gonna loot any of those. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need to loot the gems. The shiny, shiny gems. Whoa! Hello.
Someone heal me.
So let's pop a bless around this corner. The reason that we want to get around this corner is because it makes it less likely for enemies to come around the other corner toward us. And since they're just gonna come slower, we can take them out one at a time.
Help!
Hi guys! I misjudged how many of you there were. Whoa, okay,
I need
so
help.
we are in trouble here. On the plus side, this time we aren't going directly toward them. Okay, let's
Got him.
you to save the game since there's nobody coming through right now. Take a look. See that. Okay, so that bat swarm is dealt with. We can continue into this dungeon, get more axes. Hopefully I really want to get another axe. If I can get one more of those really nice axes. The cool thing about the axes is their damage, in addition to them scaling very well, they scale extremely well because of the way that their skill works. But in addition to that, they're also very high in minimum damage. Their damage range is very small. They do 4x2 base damage, which means that their minimum damage is 4, plus whatever the modifier is. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh right, this is a dwarf lord. I should probably just cheese him. Okay, so we killed the normal dwarf. I don't know if the dwarf lord aggroed or not. I think he probably did. So we're not going to charge toward him. It looks like maybe he didn't. He did not. Okay, so I'm hoping that he will follow me right now. I want him to... I'm just gonna pull this guy all the way to the other place. I don't have the mana for heroism right now, and I don't want to really even try to deal any damage to him without heroism active, unless I'm gonna just pull him into the other room. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull him all the way to that ramp, and then we're gonna beat the ever-loving crap out of him while we stand on the ramp safely. Okay. Come on out. There we go. So, we go over here, and now we start running up the ramp. Maybe. Where'd you go? Oh, Jesus! Okay, that was terrifying. He, like, wandered all the way over to this side of the room. Hope he didn't get up the ramp. He did not. Okay, fine. Unless he gets up the ramp. He's gonna get up the ramp. Little bastard. Okay, fine. We'll use this ramp instead. He is actually going straight for the ramp. That's interesting. Oh shit, just like... Just hold on. Okay, there we go. So, he is not going for the ramp this time. Oh shit. And he's tall enough that we can just see him here. Yeah, so I think that I've done enough healing here. Everybody's in good shape. And how much mana do I have left? 4 mana. It's like at half-life. One thing that I am going to do is I'm going to swap this hat onto her. I think that we have sufficient healing for now. 3 extra heals in addition to the exorbitant amount of HP that we've got at our disposal right now. Like 2 whole hits for each character. Maybe not for the 4 for like almost 1 hit, but for anyways, there we go. So we save the game. Go loot him. No axe. I'm not going to be save scumming for axes, which is something that you can do. The loot is not actually generated until you loot. So if you feel like being really, really cheesy, you can just save and loot a corpse over and over and over again until you get exactly what you want. Black liquid filled barrel. What the hell does that do? That doesn't sound like something I should drink. Pretty sure I just did this to myself. Weak. When am I weak? Oh, is she weak too? Oh. It's been a very long time. Holy crap. That is a lot of people. Let's cast Cure Weakness on everybody. I'm gonna cast plus on ourselves. Let's save the game as well. Not sure if weakness can actually really hurt us any. There we go. So we're close enough to hit these guys. There is the risk, when you're attacking uphill, there's the risk that your attack will actually knock them off the thing that they're on. So if I knock a Dwarf Lord down, he's probably going to come down and one-shot something. But this is another room that we can clear. He fell down only after dying. We should be able to clear this room with relative ease. I do need to be on guard, though. I'm not seeing any evidence that these guys are going to fall on me, but they can. And I could accidentally knock down 2 at the same time, which would be very bad for me. So there's another Dark Warrior dead. Slowly but surely, we'll get through this pack. I really am looking forward to finding my first life-stealing weapon.
Yeah!
Unfortunately, the only life-stealing relic, or artifact rather, is a dagger. And I don't intend to get daggers during this stream. Without Grayface, the Grayface patch, dual wield is almost completely useless. There is one use for it actually, which is if you have completely maxed out recovery, meaning you have at least, well, not quite. You need to have at least, I think, 350 speed. You don't technically have to have 500 speed for it, but if you have almost max recovery, and you have max axe skill, max, then you have haste, you have all sorts of good business on, then you technically...
Aha!
This is 3 dice 7 damage. Anyway, if you have almost maxed out attack, or sorry, recovery time, then technically you can actually reach the point where daggers are useful. Basically, you dual wield an axe with a dagger, and you won't actually have a penalty to your recovery because your recovery is so far in excess of what's necessary to cap out that you can actually have a dagger in your offhand without any speed penalty. But yeah, you need at least 60 extra recovery in order to reach that without the Grayface patch. Obviously, with the Grayface patch, you're just fine in general. I don't know where this dwarf came from. I don't know where he came from, but I'm not terribly happy about his presence. Clearly, it's causing me problems. I don't have heroism, but I shouldn't need heroism to deal with a normal dwarf. So anyway, so daggers do technically have a place, but only in the extreme endgame. The extreme endgame is where you start to say, okay, I have so much recovery bonus with my axe now that I'm going to dual wield with a dagger. And actually, that's the primary reason why axes have more late game potential than spears. Spears you can reach the recovery cap with, even though you can't reduce your recovery with skill. But they can't dual wield a dagger while still reaching the recovery cap with without the Grayface patch. So now I would presume that most people are going to play with the Grayface patch because it has a lot of bug fixes that are just universally good. Interesting. Oh, okay. I guess I'm heading west. But I'm not playing with it because it makes it easier when those bug fixes are fixed. The bugs that are fixed are bugs that make your life more difficult. So obviously, for a full-on Arkmode, we're not going to do it. But it is something to bear in mind, is that the way that most people will play the game, spears are actually the superior weapon type, because the
I don't know.
bonus recovery that you get is overkill. Bear in mind that swords can never be used effectively in the offhand, or in the main hand for that matter, without the Grayface patch, because their only usage is in offhand due to the way that the damage mechanics work, and they're just not good enough to justify the penalty. Because daggers have a base recovery time of 60, and a sword has a base recovery time of 90. So with max skill, you can completely negate the penalty from the dagger. The only issue that you end up with a dagger in the offhand is with your axe build is that you will. These elevators, man, they're not very fast. Okay, so we opened up a door over here. Whoops, I just saved in an empty slot, which is not what I want. Tertiary save. I'm gonna just pop over here. I'm going to pause the game while I get out here. Recast plus. These things seem to be confused. They're not actually coming down. Okay. They don't want to come down. I'll make my life a little easier and just do it this way. I was just trying to loot the corpses, not activate that. So let's save the game. She's capped out. We need to pop the hat over. Of course, this guy starts moving now. Got a ring.
Aha!
No special function. Game. And we can go in here. So we have another one of these rooms. Pair of yellow liquid, purple liquid. Accuracy. She currently has 21. He has 22, so he'll actually reach the next thing when he gets. And nobody needs speed right now. They're all on odd, or yeah, they're all on odd already. So as for yellow, that should go to Ash because he's on an even amount. Up until 25, I believe it is. You are looking for just every odd level. I could be wrong. I think it might be 21 and then it skips all the way to 25. So 23 might not be a cutoff point, but I think it is. Either way, with the current debuffs that he has active, it's worthwhile to do it. So that unfortunately opened this room, but this room isn't a terribly great room. It doesn't have any chests in it. We're not finding a lot of loot in this dungeon. We did get the one axe, which is very nice. Glad that we have that, but aside from the axe, we're not really too much. Okay, so we killed off these guys, and we are about to reach the end of this area. That big room that you can start to see the shape of, we can't actually get into it yet. We need to go to the Fire of the Damned before we can get in there. This place is used for a quest, and you need a key to get in. We're missing a lot considering that we have haste or plus on. There we go. For a bunch of people that have less, they're having a very difficult time here. There we go. Okay, so we can save the game. And this door is locked, so we can't go through. We've cleared out this dungeon. That means we have 2 dungeons that we have fully cleared, or cleared as much as can be cleared at any rate at this point in the game. And we have 1 dungeon that we have obtained the quest items for, but have not fully cleared. And I'm not sure how soon we'll be able to fully clear it with this party. I may, depending on my tolerance for tedium, decide that I'm just going to let myself accept that as a win in that dungeon. We'll just have to see. But either way, we're about halfway done with this zone now, which is not too shabby. Let's see. Things have started going much faster now, and I'm not even sure why. I guess I'm just playing better today than I was before. I was playing pretty poorly for quite a while now. So, did I just get myself completely turned around? I'm pretty sure that's completely turned around. South. And let's do that. Just checking to see if he had been aged by that black liquid. I don't know what the black liquid is. It's probably some sort of oil or something. But obviously wasn't pleasant. So, this dungeon is done. This dungeon is done. This dungeon is done. So we're going to head to the Dragoon Lair, I believe. I think that's the best choice for now. Auto run again. Autorun is pretty convenient for when you're just walking around a cleared out world map, but you really have to remember to never have it active in combat, because even if you aren't moving, it will double the time it takes for you to recover for all of your characters, and that's just really painful. I'm tempted to go into this other place, but I've actually demonstrated already that the brigands are things that I can take out, so I think that I'm probably better off just dealing with those. So we've got Ashcore topped off. So we've got full mana for Heroism. We unfortunately still can't cast Heroism and Bless on one mana pool, so we have to swap the hat over to her every single time. But that's okay. We'll be fine. And we've got Sherry, which is good. And we'll just have to go over to this other place and see how things go. I'm not sure if we'll be able to handle this place too easily. I think that once we get to a certain point in this dungeon, just like with the previous dungeons, we should be able to handle it much easier. So let's go ahead and cast a Bless, and we can wait on one mana regen in order to cast Heroism. And I'm actually going to go through this door first, because it's a really dangerous door, but clearing this room will be good for me. There we go. Now, I thought that this room was chock full of enemies, but that doesn't seem to be the case, actually. It seems like a relatively weak room. Whoops. I guess. Save the game. This door won't budge, so this is presumably a door that we're going to come through on our way back. That's fine. Let's save the game again. And let's get... I think I'm going to try to open this door, since it has the most easy kiting pathway.
Problem.
Okay, so that one's toast. We just have this one guy in the back who seems to be a bit confused. Oh, he's running away. So, save the game. We took a little bit of damage there, but not much. We got a two-handed axe. It's a crappy one, though.
Aha!
Fortunately, it's not magical either. I still do not have what I really need, which is a elemental damage dealing weapon that is not a dagger. I can't get a dagger. Oh my goodness. Right now. Okay, so let's see. Anybody? Is somebody coming yet? Okay, so that brigand didn't come through the door. Did hit me though. So that bug is dead. This guy seems to have a difficult time with doors so far. And the fact that this guy is having trouble with the door is a big issue for me, because it means that he can get free shots on me while I'm trying to pull him out. Looks like he's running away though, so we're set. Can I actually pop the hat onto her? We don't want to waste mana. game. There we go. Toasted. And we are now in a room that has a giant, like, ladder thing. So this is interesting. I'm not sure how this is going to work. Shit. So that's... We're going to have a very difficult time with this, I think. I'm going to try to actually pop over here. There we go. So this room, we can use the ramp as a means to get the enemies trapped. Which means that from now on, this dungeon should be relatively simple. We just need to get the enemies trapped on the ramp here, and then beat the ever-living crap out of them. So we'll be able to finish off this one, and then we'll just have 2 left. The one is a bit higher level, I think. But it's for a promotion quest. But I think it's for the first promotion quest, so it should be okay. I don't think that we'll need to fight any really powerful undead in there. I think it's just skeletons. We might have to fight a lich, but I don't think we'll have to fight more.
Someone heal me!
Oh, I didn't recast my buffs when they were off because I was hanging out behind a pillar. So let's see, anybody in here that we need to worry about? This is a nice kiting ground, actually. This is perfect for kiting, actually. They're long hallways with sharp corners. Stand actually, because I see something on the map here. There's nothing here, but I don't trust that that's telling the truth. So we have this room over here. Should have some dudes. It does. Now is the point where we need to have bless because we're doing actual kiting. I don't know that we need arrows in yet.
Help!
Could have hurt. Oh crap! The fighter dude's here.
Someone heal me!
Nice. So this guy, I believe, is a higher level version of the basic fighter type. And we need to cast arrows. Unfortunately, we can't because we don't have mana for it right now. Okay, this guy's trapped on the other side of the ramp. Let's keep him that way. And yeah, he's not actually that strong. If I popped heroism, I could kill him within a few hits. He's not as strong as the higher tier thug guys, because he's the weakest of his type. That's one of the things that's important to remember, is that the weakest ones of a type are usually really weak. The difference between the weakest and the strongest is often a factor of 3, or at the very least 2, where the low-level ones are these extremely weak pieces of crap, and then the best ones are terrifying. It becomes particularly noticeable with spiders, where you can pretty much just one-shot a spider, but the huge spiders are these epic boss battles. So we could go ahead and press that. I'm not sure what it did, but it probably did something important. Save the game again, because apparently I like saving a lot. I'm trying to save as many of my resources as possible right now. because we really are in a perfect place right now to fight these kinds of enemies. They're not that strong. They are pretty slow, so they're easy to kite. And it's just generally not a good idea to waste mana on them when it'll mean that I'll have to wait around or something like that later on. Whenever you can, you should use the mana efficient methods. The most mana efficient method as possible to allow yourself to recover somewhat. This
Got it.
did not blow me up. This is a war axe, which means that I have the ability to dump an axe on someone else. This is a hat with +2 endurance. It's probably not worth as much as just a normal helm,
I
unfortunately.
don't know.
As for this axe, I'm thinking that I want to put it on Ash. Yeah, I'm going to give this axe to Ash. So he'll do 4 to 8 damage now with that axe. Which is not amazing, but really will. Also substantially increases chance to hit with it. So he should be hitting for 4 to 8 damage on the majority of his attacks. He now is that, for him that actually was the equivalent of giving him the Bless spell permanently. The difference is that he won't do nearly as much potential damage with a hit, but he'll have very good damage consistency, which I definitely enjoy. Now, we currently do not have the ability to fight oozes. They are completely immune to physical damage, so if we run into the ooze areas, then we're gonna not be able to actually continue. Well, we can continue with the dungeon, but we won't be able to actually kill them. So that's sort of an important thing for this run, is that because of the fact that I don't have the dagger skill, which I should get for them because 1 point in dagger is fine. I just don't think I can get it here in this zone. But the dagger skill is something that could conceivably be used in the very late game. I'm just not using it right now. And I'm not going to use it for pretty much this entire run. There's no way that I'm going to stream these characters all the way to the point where they develop 60 axe skill that they would need to start using a dagger effectively. But the advantage of having a dagger offhand is, more so than the damage of the dagger itself, is that it gives you access to having of the dragon or some other similar effect in your offhand. There's no reason to replace this. There's no reason to change the vampirism effect on the offhand, so Mordred isn't really terribly useful in the offhand because you need of swiftness on your main hand weapon. But the one advantage is that if you did have Mordred, you'd actually have 2 separate instances of lifesteal, because lifesteal effects do stack with themselves apparently. This is something that I have not tested personally, but it is something that I have read, is that they stack. So conceivably, you could do that to get that. Also endurance, and yes, we are now in the ooze area. The ooze area is a problem because we cannot kill the ooze. It is not possible for us to fight ooze. We don't have any elemental damage, and that's a lot of ooze. Holy crap. How on earth am I going to kill all that ooze? Yeah, so this dungeon, we've just reached a point where we can't actually get past the ooze, so we, I guess, are done until we get the dagger skill. I should talk to Congress. Whoa, hello. There's still people in here. I was just adjacent to a dude when I was standing here. What's that about? There's somebody over here. Oh, that's probably the U's. Okay. Downstairs. Anything else that I need? Ah, you know what I can do? I just pressed a switch. I'm going to go back out here. There was a door that wouldn't budge before, and I'm going to see if that switch did something with that door. It did. This door is now open. So we can't go into the use area because there's nothing to do. We can't walk past them, and we can't kill them. So instead, we're going to go into this upper area, and if we find any elemental weapon, we will be able to kill the uses. But bear in mind that it will take 4. What I'm trying to do here is actually get people onto the elevator to just drag them up here. Because if I go down there, I'm going to get swarmed. Unfortunately, I can't jump onto this thing. If I could jump onto this, it would actually help me in that regard. There we go. So these guys are upstairs now. Whoa! Whoa, hello. Okay, so we need to go around the walls. Cast Plus. Need to turn off auto run. Heal on her, and needs to throw the hat where it belongs. Because now we do not have access to our automatic win ramp anymore. I'm gonna just pull them because there's no big ones. There's just the 2 thugs. Just gonna pull them to the back of the room. I'm not gonna try and do anything complicated. There we go. They're all running.
Got him.
You need to balance the complication level of the kite with how long the distance of the kite will potentially be. So sometimes it's best to just go to the end of a long hallway, even though it'll prevent you from reaching where you're intending to go. Or not. Basically, you have a shorter duration for how long you can kite, but it's okay if the duration of the kite is longer than the amount of hit points that the enemies have. I doubt that they are all up here. So what I'm going to do... Oh, Jesus, I'm going to fall down. It's dumb. But we're okay, because it turns out I was wrong. They were all there. And let's cast healing. That looks like a blade trap more than a door, but I think it is actually a door. Okay, so we do not have, as mentioned, a good kiting path here. Let's stop heroism. Put this hat back on her. And let's blow these guys up.
Help!
There we go. There we go. So, let's heal her, save the game. And we have cleared the way to a treasure chest. So, let's go ahead and take our rewards. Looks like a sword.
I don't know.
A couple of wands. Wands sell reasonably well.
Yes.
So.
I can't learn that. Ah.
This poison resistance on it. Shrinking Ray, and a Crusader Sword. This is actually a +6 sword. It's not too shabby. So 2 die 4 plus 5, or 3 die 3 plus 6. I believe this is better. This is better overall. Cutlasses are actually
Good
pretty
as
terrible.
new.
2 die 4 is not good damage range. 3 die 3 gives you additional minimum damage and additional maximum damage. So it's just flat out better.
Someone heal me!
Oops, I missed. Okay, save the game. We need to open this door somehow. I'm sure we'll find a way to do it eventually. Whoa, that is scary. Okay, so that is not the lowest tier of these. It's hopefully not. I don't think that doesn't seem like the highest tier. It's probably just a mid tier. Soldier doesnn't sound like a max tier name. It could be, but I doubt it. I'm actually gonna fail. Just trying to kite him around the room because I don't want to use that elevator. I think that that's going to be a needless complication. So I'm gonna hope it actually puts us in that position here, but it's okay because we just cleared him out. Cast a bless, and he's holding an axe. That's bad. That's really bad. Whew. Okay, get the hat back. Save the game, and we have cleared out the probably strongest enemy in here. Looks like we cleared out the only enemy in here. So, what is this? Guardian Angel Scroll. Not a big deal. There's a switch here. I don't want to press that switch quite yet. I want to completely make sure. Okay, I actually remember this place is the place that was visible from the very beginning. So I'm going to save this, and we are going to press this switch. I suspect the switch is going to open up a thing behind us. Which it did, yes. And we can save this and pop in here. And it looks like it's a treasure room. It's a treasure room that doesn't have any enemies in it, which is nice. The question is whether a bunch of enemies just spawn behind us. Yep. So we can save the game. Switch to him.
Got it.
Open that chest.
Ah.
Get some crappy Shadow Dagger thing.
Hmm.
Damien, congratulations on your new assignment. The Shadow Guild wants you to ambush caravans passing from New Sorpigal to Iron Fist or Prelude. Under no circumstances are you to divulge that you have any connection to us or the deal is off. And you will find out what happens to those who betray us. Do as you were told and there won't be any problems. Prince of Thieves.
Aha!
Okay, so the Dragoons are working for the Prince of Thieves, who wants that. That's good. We have completed this. Looks, he had a thing pop up on his head, so I assume that that's some sort of a quest item. Okay. Let's recast heralds. Keep the hat. Person if he wants to. Alright, so this guy is kill him all in one round. And sometimes it's best to just well, okay, that was not actually the best choice. I did it and it worked, but not a good idea. Sometimes you will get away with doing things that are dumb. Ooh. Sometimes you will get helps. finally equip a helm on the person who doesn't have the thing on at any given time. So we can get used to swapping a helm back and forth again. Extremely exciting. Let's save the game. We're going to go across here. That area down there is where the oozes are. Whoa, hello.
Oh! Someone heal me!
Took a lot of damage there to take. Oh crap. And then, oh, I forgot to cast it. So that's why I was missing so much. I was just gonna cast Blessing. When you forget to put your buffs up, it can be very, very bad. There we go. Very good.
Help!
Okay, take the hat off. Give her that instead. I'm really looking forward to finding another item that has Restore SP on it so that I do not have to swap between these two anymore. I can't fight them on the bridge because the creatures downstairs will cause problems for me. I'm actually going to just ignore these guys for now and go over here. I think I did this because this guy could have caused problems for me. He was very easy to aggro, I didn't have to go very far into this area, so... Dangerous. Did they fall into the pit? Where'd they go? I don't see the guys. I think they might have fallen in the pit. So that's actually good to know that I can drag people into the pit. That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want them dead, like to fall into the pit and not be killable. But it's okay. We'll accept that, I guess. This door won't budge. I need to press a switch somewhere, which means that I do need to cross this path. Whoa, hello. I thought there were more guys. Oh, I don't have heroism active. It's kind of silly to activate heroism for just this one guy. So, how are you guys doing? This guy looks like he might be, yes, good. This guy's in a position to pull him across, so take advantage of that. And remember when kiting, it's tempting to push yourself against the wall, so that when you go around the corner, you go all the way around. But it will slow you down. So you want to, anytime you're dealing with enemies that are close to as fast as you need to make sure that you're pulling back appropriately. You can use that angle to manipulate the speed of your party though, which is good because sometimes you actually want to be slower so that you can more easily sync things up with the enemies. And this is a mistake. I was trying to get them, and I am going to get this guy into the thing, I think. might be able to get. Yes. Okay. So I'm getting him to cross, which is good, but it was a sloppy way to do it. Miss. There we go. Easy peasy, save the game. There's one guy left. Let's see if I can drag him this way. Doesn't look like it. I can try to go mano a mano. I think that's what I'm going to have to do because it's not safe to try and cross the river too much. It's obviously not terribly safe to fight either, but you take a little bit of damage, but it's better than running into one of the acid blasts and taking a crap ton of damage. This is just a switch, so that's good. Makes my life easy. We can save the game. And we can fall down and prove that we needed to save the game. Okay. It's terrible, guys. Sometimes, you know, I just don't like drilling anymore. I just feel like committing suicide. So we fell down in the pit. That's what happens if you fall in the pit, you just die. There are both Dragoons and Oozes down there. For some reason, the Dragoons and the Oozes get along fine. So there's another elevator here. And we can save the game. And start using this elevator. Hopefully we can draw some enemies up with it. I'm pretty sure there are enemies in this room, right? We'll just find out. Yes, there are. And they're not terribly strong either.
Someone heal me!
Oh, never mind, there's a brigand. Okay, so we're loading the game. I just wanted to check. And then I didn't look in the other direction like I should have. Let's see where those guys could have been hiding. The last time I managed to get them to come up, but I'm not sure if I'll have as easy enough a time with it this time. The other thing that I could do, which is sort of a debatable merit, is I could just kill myself. That's always an option, just killing yourself. The other thing that I could do is try to just go beyond this thing. Here, I'll show you.
Someone heal me!
So these guys are now here. They weren't standing here when I jumped. I don't know why they're here, but let's see if I can come up with any of them. Nope. None of them were standing on the thing. I need to manipulate this elevator in a way that I can get some of these guys to. And I'm having difficulty figuring out what it was that I did to have that happen. I don't think it's a good idea to try and pull them into the next room, but I might have to do that if I can't get this elevator working. There we go. So we got one on the elevator. And I'm not going to cast any buffs because it's a waste of mana. Save the game. One less thug in the world. Unfortunately, it wasn't one of the strong ones, it was just one of the weak ones, so it doesn't help us that much. I'm just gonna stand here and just do this at some point. There we go. Nope. Maybe not. Thought I got one, but. There we go. So we got. Whoa! Well, crap. They unfortunately knocked out everyone who was capable of healing, which means we need to retry it. So, how many are there? Because it doesn't matter. Whoa, hello. Okay, so we've got these guys coming in. Cast Bless. This is important. It's more important than Heroism, because as long as you hit them, you'll hit stuff. It's also cheaper than Heroism, which helps. There we go. Did I only get 2 of the little thug dudes? It looks like it. So I got 2 little guys. Now we just need a finger. But on the plus side, we can always tell. There we go. So we got at least one of the brigands. And this guy we are going to need heroism for, I believe. So let's pop the hat over. Spell point, pop heroism, and find this guy. Unless he's just, yeah, he's just chilling here. Actually, I might be able to. Yeah, I didn't need to cast heroism. Oh well. So he's toast. There are still more of them, however. But at least now I have an idea of how this works. I just need to stand here and try it over and over again. There we go. So this is another brigand. Let's see if we can get him pinned in that corner again. Yep. So we can pin them in the corner of the doorways, as long as we don't go too far in front of them. And this should help us substantially. I don't know how many guys there were in here. I have a suspicion that that was either the last one or one of the last ones. And yeah, just one thug. So let's save the game and enter the next door. So here we have a swarm of enemies. Let's try to get them pinned in that corner. If we can't get them pinned in this corner, it's going to be very difficult. Oh shit. That's bad. That's worse. I just did something really dumb. Okay, so this is over. Whew. Let's try this again, shall we? So, this guy is in the corner. Part of the key here is that at the angle at which you're able to keep them pinned in the room, you have to be able to be out of their range, and I don't think that I can pull that off here. So every now and then they're going to be able to get an attack off, it looks like. Oh boy, that's bad. On the plus side, he's already weakened, and that hurts quite badly, and so that. He is running away. And he's dead. So, first brigand down, that's good. It's not so good that he took so much damage during that, but... Oh, and there goes Ash. That's not good. I can't run away from them into the room, because if I run away into the room, then I'll be inviting the rest of them to come attack me. So, load this. So, heroism just wore off. Need to recast that. It would be actually really nice to be able to equip that dagger. That would deal a lot of extra damage right now. Actually, it looks like if you go into a steeper angle, it might not actually benefit here. That steeper angle doesn't appear to have helped any, because this guy is now in a position where I get to sneak on him. So you have to come at this. If you want to keep them trapped in a corner like this, you need to come at them at a very specific angle. First. So that brigand is afraid of me now. He's running away. Not for long. There we go. So that guy's toast. There was another guy in there that is also running away. And there should be more enemies in this room. But apparently not. I was wrong. So I overestimated how big a pack was in that room. It's always good when you overestimate your enemies instead of underestimating them. So let's see if we can. Yep, we can do that with this door as well. So we might be able to actually do every door like this for this place, which would be good for us. So we're going to clear out this dungeon, and then that'll be the end of this particular video. It's gone on longer than I anticipated. Over 2 hours at this point. Okay, let's heal him. Let's save the game again. Pop in here. And we activate this guy. Unfortunately, we went the wrong way. Almost got ourselves killed. Or at the very least hit. Was running away, but it's no longer. As a rule, you want to attack enemies that are running away while they're alone, so there's no chance of you splitting your damage, killing one but only damaging the other or missing the other. And
Got it.
Aha!
so we can sell this for probably a penny. Pretty sure that we can't sell this for a pretty penny, so let's do this. Okay, so
I don't know.
just a normal bat there. We can save the game. We should be almost done with this dungeon at this point. I don't actually remember a lot of the dungeons in this game. I do not play this game very frequently. Play it once every few years, maybe. For a long time, I didn't actually have it. I loaned a copy to a friend, and until I picked up the game again with the old games, I didn't actually have a copy. Because sometimes when you loan a game to a friend, it just... When you loan a game to a friend and then you leave the country, you don't get it back for a while. If I recall correctly, the last time I visited, he actually offered my copy of my Magic VI back, and I didn't take it. Like, I think that it's been long enough at this point. That was before I had the good old games for me. So... Oh, he's running away. Good. So we do have to worry about the fact that we're not guaranteed to one-shot him. There you go. See that fear in action. Ooh, hello. This is good armor. Fortunately, it's leather. Nobody has the skill, but let's see. Let's drop some of this crappy leather armor. Good armor. Currently dropping 2 adjacent armors. Oh my goodness. Okay, another thug dead. Took me by surprise, but...
Help!
So all this armor class that we're stockpiling, as you guys can see, has actually been helping me quite a bit. The goal with armor class in this game is not to be making you unhittable or invulnerable, or even particularly durable. It's just there so that there's a decent chance that when you do take that one hit, it does nothing. Right there, right there. If not for all that armor class that we've got stacked, we would be in a world of hurt.
I need help.
There we go. So now he's running. And now he's dead. Save the game. We can go back in here and find out. And this is, I believe, the last area of the map. Got a door here. Let's open it up. See what's in here. Really scary stuff, actually. A lot of brigands in here. And we can trap them in the door. This is only a thug though, it looks like. So we'll just keep poking at these guys. This will help us in a lot of ways. These long duration fights are somewhat useful sometimes to restore some of your resources without having to actually just sit there waiting. So the first one's running away. This is actually taking longer than it normally does. It might be because I'm not quite close enough. It could be that I just cast plus. I'm gonna cast plus and see if that makes a difference. If it doesn't make a difference, I think that there's something weird going on with the... Okay, so now I don't see them anymore. There he is. So another thug runs away. Yeah, I think that they're sort of whittling in and out of range to attack. There we go. I think that this is the angle that I need them at in order to... I can't tell whether I'm actually missing them or if I'm just attacking in air. And Silvery has regenerated half of her mana bar during this fight. Which is good, because there's going to be an upcoming fight that's going to be very tough. We've been fighting those soldier guys for a while. You saw that we killed the really weak one, and then we killed a mid-tier one. I believe that the high-tier ones are called veterans, and I believe that there is one in this dungeon that is at the very end. And it might not be alone. I'm not gonna bother hitting this guy. He's already taken so much damage, I might as well just kill him. Let this guy just miss while he's trying to run away. So we've got a trio of enemies in here. That was really dumb of me. I was backing away and I pressed spacebar to loot that guy. If I had been slightly less lucky, that trap in the trapped chest in the corner there would have blown me up, and that would have been very sad. It wouldn't have taken very much that long. It just would have required that I happened to get it on screen, which was very likely because I was backing up.
Got it.
It's an empty chest. It's interesting.
Got it.
This is not an empty chest. Okay, so this room didn't contain much of anything, just a bunch of enemies. Oh, hello! Okay, that was unpleasant. Not gonna lie. Mistakes were made. So we can probably just kill this first thug without too much issue. The brigand isn't active yet. There we go. What's up, buddy? I need to have bless on because I need to. That's bad. Oops, that's worse. I accidentally died. That's a real crap sandwich right there.
Help!
We are doing very badly here. Okay, so we're gonna have to cast heroism. Trying to fight this guy without any form of damage. It's just a mistake. 6 to 10 damage. On the plus side, we have very few characters who min out at 1 damage anymore.
I need help.
That's okay.
Someone heal me.
So I'm gonna go ahead and heal him.
Oh!
Oops. Yeah, I need heroism. I can't not do this. I can't not have heroism for this guy. So we're gonna wait 15 minutes of game time, I guess. Actually, we didn't have bless either. Bless is more important than heroism. We also didn't actually heal people up. Ooh, that's dangerous. Missing is bad. Ooh, that's close. Problem.
Someone heal me.
How are you not dead yet? That was bad. Okay, so we cleared him out. We're gonna have a really difficult time here, though, because we don't have a very long kiting path. So, wow, we just missed him 4 times.
Alright, we got him.
Alright, we got him. It took us 4 tries. To save the game, we need to be careful around here because we can actually have the oozes kill us. Hello, Mr. Veteran. How are you? I knew you were here. I knew you'd come. Okay, so we need to get down here. Holy crap, that guy is like not even injured. This veteran is a little scary. Oh man, and he jumped off of it. That is sad. Okay. This is going to be a really, really hard fight. This veteran is very strong. So,
Help!
okay. So we've managed to get up here. Excuse me. Okay, we're up here. We need to pop this over to her. Having a weird sense of deja vu. I think I actually had a similar problem the last time I came in here, and that was on a much easier run. Let's see. Let me just pop this thing up and down again. Same thing that I was doing before. If I can get this guy to an area where there we go. Now the hope. Ooh, we actually might be able to put him in that doorway. Not sure if it'll work. I'm gonna save the game. No, it's in the doorway. I think it's over here. No, it's not. So is he in the doorway? Yes, he is. Oh my god, we might be able to just keep him pinned here. And if we can, then we'll be able to just take him out here. Okay, so it looks like we'll be able to deal with the veteran. Whew. That's a bit dangerous. But once we have this guy down, I didn't see any brigands in that room. It was pretty much just all the weak guys. So it should go pretty smoothly from there. And then we'll be able to leave. And we'll have to come back for the oozes at some point. Well, I don't know. I don't know that we have to. The ooze area is actually sort of a trap area. I don't know if there's any loot there or not. But it's not actually an area that you're meant to go. That's why the oozes are there. Oozes are very strong enemies, in addition to being completely immune to physical attacks. Now, it's tempting to say, oh, well, if you had a mage with you, it would be very easy. And that's actually not the case, because they have so many hit points that you can only kill maybe one pack of oozes with a full mana bar. They're just too durable to kill very effectively, even with a full party of mages. Veteran's toast. Didn't drop anything interesting, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping you would drop some plate armor or something like that, but no such luck. We've now got 2 brigands over here. Oh, hello. And I think there was a... yeah, there's 1 brigand, I think. No, ruffian. Brigand is the highest tier, thug is the lowest, and ruffian is the mid tier. The blue ones. That is a lot of chests. And it looks like those guys are stuck up there on that cliff. Which means that for now I'll be able to... You know what? We don't need to conserve mana for this, I don't think. So I'm just gonna cast a plus and cast heroism. Let's get that turn. And hopefully soon I'll have what I need. Clear this as quickly as possible. And then we will have done everything except the undead dungeon and the finishing of the slaughter of the Temple of Ba. So that's at the teleporter? Are you kidding me? Oh. I'm thinking that it's actually best for me to... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get past this guy. The teleporter. Okay, so that's horse scrap. So these chests are not actually all chests. This one is, we got the harp for that dude, and we can save the game. I'm also going to check all the other chests. So the middle chest just teleports you here. No big deal. Let's see what, oh, actually, it's the middle left. Middle right teleports you down here with loses. And let's try far right. Teleports you out here. I'm just gonna reload. I can walk back, but there's no reason to. And we have one more. And that teleports you here too. So, we've checked all the chests. It looks like there's only the one that is actually useful. And I think that this chest teleporting me here is pretty good for me because it makes it a lot faster to get back to the entrance. But this area is done. We've completed all the stuff that we're going to do here. I'm not sure if we'll come back for the oozes at any point. Even if we did get a weapon that we could use for them, it would still be extremely slow going. And I just don't know that it would be worth the time investment. I did say that I was going to kill every monster, but there are limits to what I mean when I say that I'm going to clear everything. I don't think that clearing out every single ooze down there is worthwhile. Now, I mean, if I was doing this run not on video, maybe, but it's just going to take way too long. At any rate, we have cleared out that dungeon. We now have... We need to finish out the Temple of Ba, and we need to do some other stuff. So finish the Temple of Ba, and we need to do this dungeon over here, and then we'll be done with the Castle Iron Fist area. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you again next time.